And I have a feeling that most people, 90% of the time, will use the outside screen. The Samsung Galaxy Fold 5 is out. I haven't really seen any videos to see anything about the phone. I have a feeling it's gonna look exactly the same as the Fold 4. So let's watch a video to see if I would find this interesting and worth buying. Who should I check out? Let's go Super Saf. With Super Saf TV, I don't watch him that often. I often watch Mr. Who's the Boss, but let's just see.
Remember when the Fold 4 came out, I was very excited. I actually switched to that device as my daily smartphone for
To
quite
be
some
fair,
time,
the Fold
but
4,
then I decided
let me pause
to
this.
back.
Let me go back a little bit. To be fair, I have been in the past tempted to get this phone basically, because look at this. Look how beautiful it is. Look at how big the screen is. But the Pixel has interested me a little bit more. It's caught my eye because the issue that I've found, or that I have seen comparing the Pixel to the Samsung Galaxy Fold 5, is that Samsung, let's talk for a little bit. There I am. So with Samsung, they are prioritizing the inside screen, whereas Pixel are prioritizing the outside screen on both their foldable devices. So the aspect ratio on the Galaxy Fold 5 is a lot longer, because when you fold it out, it's better for using the inside screen, whereas on the Pixel, the outside screen is more, look at my phone, like a standard phone. And because of that, when you open it, it's not as good as the Galaxy Fold 5, but the outside screen is a much more normal phone. And I have a feeling that most people, 90% of the time, will use the outside screen. That's what I think. So for me, I hope the next Galaxy will have the same aspect ratio as the Pixel Fold right now. But hey, that's just me wishing. Let's continue.
Now, the Fold 5 is actually built really well. We've got a solid design with armor aluminium and Gorilla
I
Glass
actually don't see the difference between this and the Galaxy Fold 4, but hey.
too with the ultra thin glass, and it still has an IPX8 water resistant rating.
X8. Okay, so the IP rate is, the first number is water and the second is dust. X means it doesn't have, normally it's 6, 7. That's water and dust. So I have a feeling with the X, it's very minimal water protection or none at all. You can probably put it under water and it'll be alright for a couple minutes, but based upon the X8, I think it's good for dust, maybe for rocks, but for the water side, I don't think it would be.
Which is amazing for a foldable device. And I believe the Flip and the Fold series are still some of the only foldable devices with this rating. Now, the biggest physical change.
Makes sense. So the smaller ones have probably 6, 7, but yeah, X8 is still pretty good for a phone that has openings everywhere to be able to fold.
On the Fold 5 compared to the Fold 4 is that we now have this new flex hinge and there is no gap in the middle. So Samsung has now opted for the teardrop design, which we've seen many.
The benefit of the gap, for what I could think, would be if there's like little dust or little particles, when you close your screen, there'll be a little area where those things can fall into. And when it's flat and you slam it shut, maybe if there's dust or some sand in there, that could maybe scratch the inside screen. Anyway, it's different.
The other manufacturers do, and having that zero gap means you're going to get less dust into the device when you're putting it in and out of your pocket. It's also around 10 grams lighter. I've got the icy blue color here, which I think
it might be 10 grams lighter, but it's still a heavy phone.
Looks really nice. There's also a phantom black as well as a cream. There are 2 exclusive colors available
Not
from
bad.
Samsung.com. There's a gray as well as a darker blue. If you are interested in picking those,
I'll probably go for the gray. I'm sorry. Blue is one of my favorite colors, but on a phone, it's either very light or very dark. For example, with the who's that company that owned OnePlus and now has nothing. The Nothing Phone 2. I think I unplugged my earphones. That's a bit better. Yes, the Nothing Phone 2. There's 2 colors, black and white. And if I had to pick, to be honest, those are 2 colors that I would go for. Every company has gray, pink, purple, all these. But nothing went for black, white because they're both good looking. I would go for black because I'm black. Nah, it looks better.
What's up, there will be an affiliate link down in the description below. That's also going to give you double the storage as well as up to 1,000.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go a bit forward. There's a competition happening.
Pixel Fold as well as the Honor Magic V2.
Yeah. This is exactly what I mean. Okay, let's have a look. I won't look further deep into this video, but this is it. Look what I was talking about, right? Which looks better? I'm sorry, but for me, the Pixel Fold is winning. There's no comparison. Look at it. Look at this, right? That's a normal screen right there, right? Whereas this looks like, I don't know, like a squashed, elongated phone, which, I don't know, I think for day-to-day use in your hand, probably the Pixel Fold. It's smaller. It has a smaller footprint in terms of height, which for me is pretty important, but the Honor Magic V2 probably should be where Samsung will be headed. But again, it's about priorities. I know for a fact that Pixel are prioritizing the outside screen at the expense of the inside screen to body ratio and how that will look when playing video and using apps. So the Pixel Fold is much more squarer. Maybe Instagram it will look better, but for the Google Pixel Fold, it's because of how narrow it is, it's better for video watching if you turn it this way. But it's still a good phone. They're both good. But let's see how Pixel plays this, because I am biased towards the Pixel's aspect ratio, even though Pixel and Google are pretty, good.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give
compare what you want. I'm still on the
a lot
Pixel
more
team.
efficient. So
Yeah.
that should
Okay, interesting. Okay, it has the S Pen. That's not way. How would the S Pen work with a plastic screen? I know it says it's glass or whatever, but it's in my mind it's glass plastic. So let's see.
Foldable, I decided not to use it because it just had a bulky case which made this already thick device even thicker.
That's true.
The Fold series is still the only Fold.
Yep, it has
Is
a
a little bit
pen.
more usable, but
Okay. My only worry would be again putting pressure on a pen on that screen, and it's not lying flat. Hold on. But yeah, look at this. This is it's not flat.
pen potentially, and that would have meant that you wouldn't have to have this separately. In a case,
Okay, Super Saf. Okay, let's look at the prices.
So the Fold 5 is actually
Yeah, Super Saf is based in the UK. That's where I'm also based. Prices £100 more. They're investing a bit more in the phone, so it makes sense, but it's still a lot for a phone, honestly. I remember, let me tell you story time. This is gonna show my age. I know I got that baby face, but when the iPhone 4 came out, I remember my family and I all bought it. Went to Apple, just bought contracts, and I think the full contract price was with I think the 2 or 3 year SIM included was around £700, and that was one of the high spec versions of the iPhone 4. Now I've reached the point where they're easily double that price, more than that, for the latest iPhones. But on the Samsung side, they were always cheaper. They were always a cheaper phone. And to be fair, the way I see it, to justify these prices, let me get back to Super Saf, right? Is think of it like you have two phones squashed together. So really, let's do some quick maths here, right? 824.5 pounds is basically the price of one screen, and the other screen you get the same, but then you get the hinge and it comes together. So technically you're buying two phones that work together, so it kind of makes sense. And for that price, that's the Google Pixel price, that's like a Samsung price, so it's reasonable to pay this price for two screens / two phones. But hey, let's continue.
Be £100 more in the UK.
Yes, it will.
$1,000 that you can get.
Colors, yeah, standard. It's a good phone. It's a good phone. I won't lie about that. Let's get to me now. So yeah, interesting. It's my first time looking at a Galaxy Z Fold 5 review in terms of how it looks. And from my first thoughts, it's an incremental change and a really good design. Samsung have stuck to what works because they're selling. Why fix what's not broken? Like, I wouldn't do that. Come on. But again, I'm still biased to Google Pixel. Google makes Android, and Google Pixel is the Android software on an Android phone, so it's probably more optimized. And I have a feeling when it comes to apps, it will probably on the Pixel be able to get newer tablet friendly. I just clocked, they're basically tablets. Right? So, and from my understanding, I've had a few tablets in the past, and the app support on tablets is questionable at best, and not ideal at worst. Where some screens would some apps would just show black bars on the sides, or it just won't work properly. But yeah, interesting phone. Should you guys buy this phone? The answer is yes. Get it. Whatever phone you have, get a phone. It's better. Just know it's gonna break, so accept the price and get it insured. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I have a TikTok. Never thought I would say that. I just put some clips on there, so I will link my TikTok down in the description below. Cheers. And I have a feeling that most people, 90% of the time, will use the outside screen.